What's up? Welcome back to the channel. Daniel checking back in with a new video. Today I want to talk about escapism. No matter where you go, there you are. Can't escape your problems. A lot of your problems are internal. A lot of my problems I tried to run away from because of fear. A lot of problems I couldn't identify. I didn't know they were a problem. I was ignorant to those problems. I tried to escape. I tried to practice escapism. They talked about it in rehab. I learned about it. It's a way to deal with the problem. Try to run from it. You're running and you're running and you're running away. But you can't run away from yourself, like Bob Marley had a song about a long time ago. That's what it's about. You can run away, but you can't run away from yourself. And so did that for a long time. I wanted to see the way my problems. I want to face them. Real life problems because of what? Fear. Tried escapism because in different ways with drugs and maybe other forms too, like of coping. What do they call that? Adrenaline addiction, adrenaline addict, or adrenaline junkies. They try to, seek the next thrill to escape normalcy or escape the monotony of life, maybe because we don't want to deal with boredom or downtime. We want drama. There's people that stir up drama in their lives just to have drama. There's people that get with people just to be with people because they're miserable in their existence. And they say misery loves company. That's why they say that, because this person could be miserable with themselves because they aren't living to their full potential. So they think it's better to be with somebody because it's going to help them feel better. They feel significant, that they have somebody or something showing them attention and making them feel more valuable or more significant. And it could be even a toxic relationship, and they'll just find a way to um, reason it and make it seem great or like it's something good when it's not. A lot of people are delusional. I was delusional about a lot of things. I couldn't see the trees despite the forest. I was stuck in oblivion. When you're on drugs, you're not thinking. You're just living. You're just being. You're not using one of your best abilities, the power of thought. And I still have a problem with that. I want to detach from my problems or detach from life and try to escape in different ways through, video games or pleasure seeking behavior, and not accept my responsibilities and the fact that life is going to be hard. You're going to have a sad time. You're going to have times you're sad. You have to accept these feelings. I didn't want to deal with feelings and emotions, but that's where power can come from too. You have to embrace the idea that it can be good for you to go through hard times. The pain can be good. The suffering can be good. You're going to suffer, and either way, you're going to suffer no matter what. That's the biggest part about Buddhism that I like. It embraces the idea of suffering. You can't get around it. So, got to embrace that struggle to get to pleasure. There's always the struggle. There's always the part where the hero has to suffer for a long time before they finally break through. That's not even promised. You might not even break through. But to accept that fact, to accept that life is struggle and suffering, that's what's changed in my mind. Like, I have a different attitude about it. Because you can become negative about that suffering and that struggle part. It's always going to be, you could be struggling out here. So to change your attitude about that is very important. How your perception is very important, how you look at things. And it's hard to get through that stuff when you got toxic people around you with bad attitudes too. So I've had to cut that out of my life. Like, everybody's got to go that has bad attitude and that doesn't bring value to my life. I can't become positive with a bunch of negative around me. I think Tupac talked about that a lot. Like, all I see is negative, so that's what I rap about. All I see is, poverty and pain. So that's important to detach, but not detach totally. To separate yourself from the negative environment is something I took very seriously for a few years, and that helped out a lot. Moved out of the neighborhood to a nice neighborhood. Took work where there was decent people. So I just separated all the negative people and places. They teach you that in rehab too. People and places and things, to separate that out of your life. Learned a lot by going through rehab and going to meetings every day for months at a time. Just hear so many people talk about their problems, and you just realize, start to wake up and realize what you really want, and you don't want that. You don't want to be that person anymore. But I struggle with escapism. I'm trying to chase adrenaline, like an adrenaline junkie, working out constantly and trying to get that perfect look and body, and then I'll have it all. I'll be happy. But they say that isn't even how you get happiness. How you get happiness is the pursuit of the goal is where the happiness is really at. It's during the struggle. It's during the progress. It's that little bit of progress that you see along the way, along the journey. So the journey is where your happiness is at. It's not the end goal. It's not, how do they say? It's not a means to an end. Like, that's how it's always been with me. I've been a means to an end type of person, chasing after the end goal, when it should be the process. Should find happiness in the process and with people, with relationships, and not looking towards a better person or something unless I make it better. But no matter where you go, there you are. You have to accept who you are, what you are, and your capabilities. Try to be real with yourself. That's been a big thing. Try to accept your faults and your faults and what your power or your skill, the things that you're good at. To recognize that is like going to be important. To know yourself is important. So I've had to do that a lot recently. To really look at myself and understand what I'm practically capable of realistically. Putting everything into putting everything into, how would you say it, perspective, and trying to reason out things, trying to figure out where I can excel or succeed the most in life, what I could do good for work and how I could get by better and what I could cut out. So things have been interesting in that way. Knowing who I am and not trying to run away from anything is a big deal. But alright, that's gonna do it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.